This is a demonstration on how to properly do a test tray. Now, before we begin, I'll mention that every facility, every hospital might have their own procedures to doing it, so make sure you understand what the policy procedure is at your location in order to do test trays. But the purpose of test trays is to test the processes to make sure that food is being prepared correctly, delivered correctly, and looking good for the patients. And so one thing that I would advise you to do is have different people do the test trays. You can ask people in nursing to help with it, the registered dietitians, supervisors, managers of other departments. The key thing to a test tray is to make sure that whatever is called into the call center, it is done as like a fake patient ticket so that the kitchen thinks it's a real ticket going to a real patient. One of the processes that I've always implemented is I try to do at least one breakfast, one lunch, and one dinner each week in a different time during the week. That way, the kitchen doesn't really know when the test trays are coming. Anyway, it's an important aspect, it's part of the job, and it's something we should be doing. So what I have here right now is I have the order that was taken for this meal tray. I have a thermometer, which we're going to test the food, and I have my sheet here where I'm going to record everything, and then that way this goes into a file and we keep it. So the first thing I put down is my initials, date, time, who delivered it, what kind of diet it is, because it's important to change it up. So one time it could be a regular diet, then it could be a cardiac diet, and that way you're testing. And then I've got all that entered. Now we're at temperatures, so I'm going to go ahead and test the food and check the temperature when it is delivered. Realize that the temperature that you're looking for is not necessarily, the 140 degrees, that you think is coming out of the kitchen. What you want to do is have it hot enough, warm enough, so that for a typical palate, it's hot enough. And it's sort of a judgment call, and you might want to check with your local inspectors and what they're looking for. But as an example, this plate, it's been with me for at least 10 minutes already, and it's still at 145 degrees. So it's keeping temperature really nice. So we're going to go ahead and record that. And then we're looking at the positioning. I know what the tray diagram looks like. I'm taking a look at, so I've got straw, I've got flatware that I need to eat, I've got my condiments. These are the condiments that had been ordered, picante sauce and some salt and pepper. That's ready to go. And there's the drink, the apple juice, which has a nice cover, a nice lid on to cover it. So now we're taking a look at this. So now my protein is at 6 o'clock, the scrambled eggs, so it's positioned correctly. There is a garnish on here, so I'm going to give this a pass. Making sure my condiments were correct, yes. And make sure the choice is correct. So here's my order. Got scrambled eggs, hash browns, apple juice, bacon, salt, pepper, salsa. So everything on this ticket matches what's on the tray. So that is correct. And then making sure that the patient information is on here correctly. Got the full name, the room number, everything that's supposed to be on this ticket is correct. So I'm making sure that is correct. And then my garnish is correct. Comments is, I'm gonna put down here just visually, I'm just looking to verify the portion size of that. So I'm gonna make a note, and then we are going to actually give this feedback to the kitchen so we can actually check that the portion size of both the eggs and the potatoes are correct for the serving size. Looks like a great tray. Like I said, the food's nice and warm. I can feel it. I haven't tasted anything yet. We'll do that next. But based on what we're looking for the tray setup, this has been a correctly done tray.